Okay, so I've got to do 2 different videos to finish out the questions. Where I left off was that you can go into the high schools and ask them if you can put out some pamphlets. Different high schools will have different rules about that, so check with your local high school. Another thing you can do is contact coaches, different coaches of dance team, cheerleaders, soccer teams, whatever. But I will say that having a foot in the door first or having a connection first will help you more than just cold calling. Because I tried to call the cheerleading coach of my local high school. I didn't know her. I just got her name off the internet and it got nowhere. However, I have now started researching and talked to somebody else that's a teacher at the school, got her name. That way, when I call the coach, the next time I called the coach, I said, well, so-and-so told me to call you because you'd be a great person to talk to about what I'm trying to do. That will get you further than just randomly calling somebody. So do your research, try to find somebody that knows somebody and use their name. Now, next question is, what's my favorite lens? I love a prime lens, just like a lot of photographers. That's nothing new, I don't think, but I love the 85. That's my favorite. I also own the 50 millimeter and the 24-70. So those are all the lenses I have. I would love to own a 70-200, but I have not bought it yet because I have tiny little hands and I'm afraid that I won't really actually be able to hold it. I need to lift some weights or something. So I haven't bought it yet. However, I do know that the 70-200 does great things for images. I think it's an amazing lens. It was a lens that the very first workshop I ever went to, Nicole Van, highly suggested, and what she showed us with that lens was amazing. So that's another lens that would be good, but the 85 is definitely my favorite. Okay, so another question is, what can we expect to learn at the Seniorology Tour? You can expect to learn a lot. The one thing about Seniorology the reason I created it was because I know there are so many photographers out there that have knowledge to share. No matter where you are in your career, I think you've learned something to get to where you are. So having a lot of different perspectives to me is really the key. So Seniorology Tour gives you, what's different about it than a typical workshop is it gives you the opportunity to learn from 4 different people, because not one person does something exactly the right way. There are many different ways to get to a successful senior portrait business, and by coming to Seniorology Tour, you get to hear how 4 different people got there, how 4 different people do different things, and you can pick and choose the things from each speaker that work for you and build your own custom business based on the things that you've learned from each person. So you will get, in addition to 4 fabulous speakers, in addition to the fact that you'll get 4 workshops in one, you're also going to get a huge amount of portfolio photos that I think will help people that are new to the business or people that are not new to the business. I think it's always a great idea to shoot for yourself. So if you've already got your foot in the door with senior photography and you're thinking, oh, I don't need any more portfolio building. No, I think everybody needs to constantly shoot for themselves, because I think it inspires you and allows you to create something different than necessarily what you can create with a client who's paying for you, who you're trying to get a certain amount of pictures for. So new photographers that will help you learn, because each speaker will be there to guide you through the sessions, to tell you about light, to tell you about posing, different things like that, to tell you settings on a camera. All of these things will be so beneficial in addition to the learning. The way that speakers work is there's going to be somebody that talks about pricing and in-person order sales and how to get you the money you deserve. There's going to be somebody talking about rep programs, how to do them, what works, what doesn't. There's going to be somebody telling you how to plan your senior session, how to connect with the seniors, and location scouting, and how to do an entire session. And then there's going to be somebody talking about lighting and posing. All of these things you need to know to build a good senior business. So that's what you can expect to learn. That's what's different. There are a lot of workshops out there, a lot of amazing photographers. They all have something to give. But the one thing you will get with Seniorology that you may not get with just one person type workshop is you'll get 4. And that I think is amazing. So also the announcements that I mentioned real quick. One announcement is, don't forget the video contest. Don't forget to enter a video telling us why you'd like to win a seat at the Seniorology Tour Texas. need to be in by tomorrow night at 11:59. That's Friday, May 25th, 11:59. Okay, and the second announcement is we've decided to offer a local rate. We've had so many photographers in Texas write to us saying they are only 15 minutes away or 30 minutes away, and what can they do to get to the tour? So we've answered your request, and we are giving you an opportunity to come to the tour without having to stay. And that local rate is $950. That rate is amazing. It includes your Monday, October 22nd learning, lunch, and your shooting, and then your Tuesday, October 23rd learning, lunch, and shooting. So those are amazing things for that price from 4 different speakers. We really hope you guys can join us in Texas. I am so excited. I've never been to Texas, and I cannot wait to get there to meet you guys. I know we have a huge fan base in Texas, and we appreciate every single one of you. Seniorology really loves your fans. I so appreciate everybody that logs on. So thanks, guys.